Hi everyone, so welcome to Weight Loss with JVA. This is going to be my 12-week update, or some people might say 3 months. It is actually a little under 3 months, but 12 weeks. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Jason. I'm a 52-year-old male who's been taking 2.5 milligrams of Mounjaro for the last 12 weeks to try and help him lose weight. This is my 12-week update. So how have I done? Right, well, normally guys, I like to cut to the chase and give you my weight loss first. I'm not going to do that this week. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. Obviously, you would have seen the thumbnail. So it does mean that I have actually lost 3 stone in the last 12 weeks. But we'll get to this week's weight loss in a little bit. So there's a few things associated with that, guys, and there are some non-weight losses or improvements that I'd like to cover first. Firstly, at the start I took my body measurements. Now I don't do loads, I kind of literally do my waist, chest, thighs, bicep. You know, I'm not that fussed about it, but I do want to have a rough gauge of what's going on. I know my trousers, I've lost a load on the waist because my trousers are obviously falling off me a bit more now than they were before. So just on those, really the 3, really on the chest, the waist and thigh, because my biceps, I actually want to grow them rather than shrink them, to be honest. So I have lost 13.5 inches in the last 12 weeks, which I am very, very happy about. I need to get rid of my man boobs for sure. So really happy about that, guys. Now, the other thing that's important is to lower my BMI, lower my body fat percentage and stuff like that, guys. So I'm going to give you just a few of them, not many. I don't want to reel off all the stats I've got, but my BMI, I can't talk today, guys. I do apologise. My BMI when I started was 40.5. Obviously, that's the morbidly obese category. I am now 35.4. So I've still got a long way to go, but I'm getting there. My body fat was at 39.8% and now it's at 36.8%. So happy with that, moving in the right direction. Still got a long way to go, but moving in the right direction. My subcutaneous fat, which is where if you're on Mounjaro, that's the fat you want to be injecting into, was 33.5%. It's now 31.5%. And my visceral fat, that's the fat that's around your organs, guys, that was at 22 and is now at 18. So all moving in the right direction. So the Mounjaro is doing its job massively. Now, on that front, it isn't all just the Mounjaro, guys. So the Mounjaro will help you curb your appetite, feel fuller for longer, feel fuller eating less, kill those cravings. I mean, for me, the Mounjaro has all been about killing the cravings. I've been a Coca-Cola addict all my life, and I've always eaten way too much chocolate on a daily basis. So for me, it's really killed those cravings. I have had way more chocolate over Christmas because loads of people seem to have got me chocolate. So I have had way more chocolate, guys. I admit it. I think I had 3 Lindors last night, and I shouldn't have been having Lindors before my weigh in today for sure, but I had 3 Lindors last night. I paid for it this morning, but I'll tell you about that in a sec. But 0 Coke whatsoever in the last week, like none whatsoever. So it's been going really good for me, guys, and the Mounjaro is fantastic. Now, up to this point, I have still been on the 2.5 milligrams. I have started this week. Yesterday, I was on the bank fishing, and I woke up starving. I was really hungry. I had a coffee and then I had a porridge. And then because the lake was frozen over in front of me, I ended up having to pack up and come home. So yeah, I am tempted to start moving up in dose. But when I move up in dose, it won't be jumping to 5 milligrams because that seems to be where most people then have the side effects. I will jump to 3 milligrams and microdose on that. So I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to put it off for another week, see how I can manage the feeling of feeling hungry and stuff like that, and maybe slight chocolate cravings coming back, or maybe that's just because it's in front of me, guys. To be honest, I think I need to put it elsewhere. But the Mounjaro is a massive help. But the point I want to touch on here, guys, it isn't just the Mounjaro that's helped me get this weight loss. So the Mounjaro is a tool and you need to use it as that. I have changed massively what I eat on a daily basis. I count my calories every day on NutriCheck. I am at a calorie deficit every single day. I'm on about 1700, just under 1700 calories at the minute, guys. And I try to get as close to that as possible. Some days I don't quite hit 1700 calories. I haven't been over any time this week, but I train, guys. And by that I mean I go out in the mornings before I start work. During the week, I will do a couple miles and then I'll come back and do about a half an hour resistance band workout, either concentrating on my upper body or my core. And I've done that, I think, pretty much every day this week. Because I came back from fishing yesterday, I then came back and did a walk. I didn't do a workout, I'd eaten too much and I didn't feel good during the walk, if I'm honest, but that's by the by. So I have been working out a lot. Now, this morning, my average weight loss, guys, is about £2. If you want to average it out over all the weeks, it's about a couple of pounds a week sort of thing. So I did want to try and hit £3 this week so I could hit the 16 stone 10 pound mark, which would have meant I'd hit 3 stone in 3 months, which was kind of a goal. So I kind of pushed myself. Again, I had chocolate last night, so I wanted to push myself a little bit more this morning. So instead of a 3-mile walk on a Sunday, which I do before my weigh-in, I did a 5-mile walk. Well, 5.2-mile walk this morning, guys. And something I will say, obviously, -2 degrees. I had my winter boots on. I was totally wrapped up. Now, I'm going to show you a little clip just to kind of show you what I'm wrapped up like. Reason being, because this is also aiding to my weight loss, because I'm wearing a puffer jacket that is a little bit too tight for me, on the arms particularly. I can't wear anything underneath it, so I literally wear a t-shirt only. So when I get back and I've done like 2-3 miles or even 5 miles like this morning, I literally have to peel this thing off me and it's soaking wet. My t-shirt underneath it is soaking wet. So apologise for the images, but let me just roll you a quick little video of what it was like this morning, get it back from a 5-mile walk. Morning all. Well, as you can see, I'm very wrapped up. And that's because it is -2 outside and I've just come in from a 5-mile walk. It's Sunday the 4th of Jan and I'm going to be giving you an update later on how my weight loss is going. But I thought I'd show you what it's like for me going out early doors in the morning. Now, I'll start by getting my face mask off. This is just one of the face masks I made when COVID was about, but I do need it when it's this cold. That is saturated. Obviously, I've got the hood up. I need to unzip this. I've had gloves on. But this is the thickest jacket I've got, guys, which is great, apart from the fact that the arms are too tight for me. They always have been. I bought it really cheap, so I thought I'd get it. But wait till you see what I look like under this. It's terrible, I've got to be honest. So I've also got a hat on, which is soaking wet. Everything is soaking wet now. I literally have to peel this off, so you're gonna have to excuse my fat looking body underneath. Can't do anything about that, guys. I literally have to peel this off. I'm gonna show you this because I have to dry this out every day, because the only thing I can fit underneath it is a t-shirt, and I'm sure you'll see this is saturated, guys. Don't know how clear it's going to come out on here, but that is absolutely saturated. So I have to dry this out every day, like the arms, just really, really soaking wet, guys. So that's that. And then my top, I don't know if it's going to come out on here, but it's literally stuck to me if I turn around. So my whole top is just soaking wet, guys. So this needs to come off before I start doing my workout. Just thought I'd show it to you guys, because Mounjaro is a tool, but it's only half of what you need to do really to change your lifestyle. The other half is you need to put some time into doing some movement and exercise. For me, it's walking first thing in the morning, followed by resistance band training. What are you prepared to do to get this weight off? Alright guys, so as you can see, it's not pretty. Now I'm doing that every day. I'm putting my jacket on the radiator every day to dry out, because at the minute we're in like sub-zero temperatures and I need to be warm. Normally I do go out with a t-shirt, jumper and like a raincoat on, because the raincoat helps me sweat as well, but not as much as I do when I'm in that jacket. So I am putting the physical effort and work in, guys. The Mounjaro is a tool that is really, really helping me to curb all my cravings, eat smaller meals, eat better meals. Now on that front, I do still need to do a massive push on eating more protein and more fibre, guys, and drinking more water. You know, it is a struggle. That is the one thing I will struggle with, trying to get a really good diet throughout, which I do want to be able to stick to by the end of this, so that I'm not on Mounjaro for the rest of my life, hopefully. I mean, up to now, guys, let's touch on the side effects. I've not really had any. There's been a couple of times when I've might not been able to go on toilet quite as easy as I might have liked, and you know, I might have had myself a sweet coffee to help move things along, which it does for me. But no headaches. I will say there's been a couple of times when I've had nausea, but I think that's because I've overeaten, or rice seems to be one of those things that doesn't quite agree with me at the minute. Particularly if I eat too much. If I eat a tiny amount, I'm okay. If I eat probably what most people would consider half a portion, it's too much. So there's a couple of things that gives me nausea, but overall, no side effects, no other health issues whatsoever caused by Mounjaro. You know, I really expected headaches and all that sort of stuff with regards to dropping my sugar level down. Ooh, sugar level. Oh my God, guys, I might have forgotten to tell you about this. Another absolutely massive achievement. So I've been on a pre-diabetes course, and it started just before I started Mounjaro, actually. So I had so my blood sugar levels basically, guys, so it's the HbA1c level. When I started in October, it was at 46. Now, I'm at a pre-diabetes course by the NHS, and it's about to finish soon, and they asked me to go get it retested. So I did at, I think it was like the 30th of December, and I literally got the result back the next day, which I did not expect. But the great news for me, guys, is my HbA1c level's gone from 46 down to 41. So I can show you some slides for that, which is fantastic. I'm sort of like at the top of the good range now. So very happy with that, guys. Really, really happy. My blood sugar levels have dropped dramatically. I've obviously cut out a lot of sugar in the last 12 weeks. And it's paying off, and you know, I'm sure it will continue to pay off. So I'm training loads, I'm eating better but could do more, and I'm training lots. So where am I with the weight loss? All right, guys, so I'm going to be putting some charts up here now. Today's weight loss was literally just over £4, which I'm very surprised about. I did want to hit £3, so £4 was an absolute treat. I did weigh myself initially, guys, I will tell you this, did weigh myself initially, and I was at the 16 stone 10, and then I thought, oops, I hadn't calibrated my scales. So I then weighed myself 2 more times after calibrating the scales and confirmed it as 16 stone 8, which means I have lost a whopping 3 stone 2 pound in 12 weeks, which is obviously £44 and just under 20 kilos for anyone else that wants it in that sort of measurement. So obviously I'm really, really happy with that, guys. Now I have set myself a goal of 14 stone, which I believe means I've now still got to lose. I'm going to check my progress chart. I've still got another 2 stone 8 pound to lose. Now I do want to get my visceral fat and my subcutaneous fat and my body fat levels down as well. So if I get down to that 14, no, not if, when I get down to that 14 stone mark, if I find I'm still fatty, I still got man boobs and all the rest, and I'm not quite happy, I will set myself a new goal. You know, now I'm on this journey, I've kind of got more drive, more positivity to achieve what I've never been able to achieve in all my life, which is, you know, a relatively fit, healthy body that's going to do me in good stead through my older years. I am 53 this year, so I'm really proud of what I've achieved so far, guys. And, you know, It's never too late for you to start if you haven't started yet. You don't need to be doing all the amount of exercise I'm doing. I'm still young enough, mobile enough that I can do all this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to push myself as much as I need to do to achieve what I need to achieve. But everything starts with small steps. So, if you are morbidly obese or overweight, or you want to change something in your life, start with small steps, and I promise you, they build into big changes. And you will notice these changes, and it will really help you out. Obviously, my face is looking trimmer. I still have a double chin and all that if I do that, but my face is looking slimmer, my body's looking slimmer. I've lost a good amount off my chest. I think I've lost like about 6 inches off my chest, which is amazing. I've also lost loads of inches off my thighs, which my thighs were quite solid, guys, so I'm quite surprised I've lost as much as I have off my thighs, but I've lost it off my thighs. I thought I might have lost more off my waist, so who knows? Who knows? All I know is I'm really happy with everything I've achieved so far, guys. I'm going to keep going forward and keep giving you these weekly updates. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching this, please hit that subscribe. Really helps me out immensely. If you've enjoyed this weekly update, give me the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. So it only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay healthy in 2026, and I'll see you next week for another update. Thanks for watching.